Hello everyone, this is Juan Pablo and I'm welcoming you to the second chapter of this entire series that specifically talks about soccer and how it works and is focused in you, the new soccer collectors, or mainly focused in the new soccer collectors who just want to, are recently getting into this soccer card boom and want to get some soccer cards but don't really understand all about the sport and how it works, because I know that it's different from the other sports in the US. So my goal with all these videos is to explain you the best I can and show you the best I can, just everything around the sport and the different leagues and the players and all that stuff. As you know, or by this point already, you hopefully have seen the first video, which is called the Captains of the Sport. And just to summarize it a little bit, we have FIFA as the head of soccer in the world. They regulate soccer in the entire world, but FIFA has 6 confederations that are part of their organization. And one of those 6 confederations is UEFA. So UEFA regulates the sport in Europe, specifically in Europe. But as you know, European soccer is the most watched around the world, is the most popular, and is where there are the most fans, global fans, not only in Europe, but in the US and just everywhere else. So it's probably the one that you have heard the most, and let's say the most important one for the card market right now. In this chapter, I'm going to talk to you about the best 5 soccer leagues in Europe. And these 5 leagues are the Premier League in England, La Liga in Spain, the Bundesliga in Germany, the Serie A in Italy, and Ligue 1 in France. These 5 leagues are the ones that, as I was saying before, are the most popular, have the best talent, and just play at the highest level. Of course, the other leagues produce really good players, but their final goal is to be playing in one of these 5 leagues. And if, of course, you're a player playing in South America, in the US, in Asia, or any other place, your goal is to make it to one of the teams in these 5 leagues and just continue your career there. But I'm going to start with the Premier League in England. The Premier League is probably the best league in the world, the best soccer league in the world, in Europe, and just of course in the world. I know that probably fans here have a team that they follow in one league or a different league, but the Premier League is really the best league. And why is it the best league? Because it's the most competitive one, is that the one that has the most, like the teams have the most money, so they usually can get the best players by offering them more money, and is the one that just has more fans, or the most fans around the world. Just more people around the world really want to see or watch every weekend the Premier League. So the number 1 league is the Premier League in England. In England, as you know, soccer was formalized, or football as they call it there and everywhere else, was formalized as a sport, was invented. There's people that say that other civilizations played with a ball before and all that stuff in different places. But the reality is that soccer was formalized as a sport in England, and that's why that's their national sport, their national culture, and it's more than just a sport there. So really, the Premier League is just the most exciting one. So all the games are very exciting, and it's great because it's a league where there's a lot of competitivity, and the teams that are in the top positions, or like the leader, let's say Manchester City, can play a team that is probably in the relegation zone, which I'll explain later, but it's like under the table, not a great team, Norwich City, let's say. And the game is going to be a great game because Norwich City can actually beat Manchester City. Of course, Manchester City is a much better team, but the way the game develops and just how good each team is, it's really interesting in the Premier League and makes it fun to watch because every game is just awesome. Now, you're probably wondering which are the teams that have, won the most titles in the Premier League. So I'm going to tell you right now, and you can see it here in a little corner as well. Manchester United has won the most titles in the Premier League's history. They have won 20 Premier League titles. Liverpool has won 19. Arsenal has won 13, even though they're not going through their best moment right now, but they did. They're a very historic team that has won a lot, 13. Everton has won 9, and Manchester City has won 7. Manchester City, as you know by now with these numbers, compared to Manchester United, for example, they're the two teams in Manchester. United has 20 titles and Manchester City has 7. Manchester City, though, is dominating this new era for the past 10 years after they were bought by this Arab company and just invested a bunch of money, and they hired a great coach like Pep Guardiola. But they are dominating the current, these last years. And I am pretty sure, or it looks like this 2021-22 season will be great for them because they're ahead of the other teams already, 10 points ahead of the second team, and it looks like they're going to win this year's Premier League. I also felt like adding some of the players and the youngest or the youngsters in those leagues so that you know about them. You probably have heard them or seen them in cards, but I picked 5. These are not the 5 best because that's also very subjective, whoever likes one more than the others, and I'm not gonna suggest you to invest in one player or the other. But some 5 youngsters that are in the Premier League right now are Phil Foden, who plays for Manchester City, Bukayo Saka, who plays for Arsenal, Mason Greenwood, who plays for Manchester United, Rafinha, a Brazilian that plays for Leeds United, and Mason Mount, who plays for Chelsea. There are a lot more, of course, but these 5 are some of the 5 that I just picked. And I wanted to tell you as well, or mention 3 legends that are Premier League legends, not necessarily from England, but that became Premier League legends because played there, so that you just know, and just general culture about soccer as you continue to get more into it. But Wayne Rooney, is English for sure, is one of those English legends that you should know about. Thierry Henry, he's from France, but he played for Arsenal and just had the best moment of his career in Arsenal. And we have David Beckham, as you know, also big English legend, great free kick. That was his specialty, just the free kicks in soccer. And now he owns Inter Miami in the US. But those 3 are very important legends that you should know about from the Premier League. All right, and moving on to the next leagues. You should know that the Premier League, La Liga in Spain, and Serie A in Italy really are very similar. All of them have about the same structure. There are little differences, like Bundesliga has 18 teams instead of 20. Or for the relegation in the Bundesliga and France, they do play some kind of playoffs between the teams that are being relegated and the teams that want to go, and be promoted to move up to the first division league. But to talk to you about La Liga. La Liga is also one of the best leagues in the world, and it's where players like Cristiano Ronaldo played for a long time in Real Madrid, and Messi all his career in Barca, even though he's in PSG right now. But it's really a great league. One of the big differences, though, is that it's a league that has been dominated mainly by 2 teams in all its history, and really mainly by one. Real Madrid has the most titles, but Real Madrid and Barcelona have dominated this league. Right now, or lately in these past years as well, Atletico Madrid has been getting into that fight, and they have also won some titles before as well. So if you think about it, it's really dominated by 3 teams: Barca, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. Which for some people, and again, this is very debatable, if you like the La Liga better than the Premier League, or the Bundesliga better than La Liga, like it really doesn't matter, because it's whatever you like and whatever team you follow or whatever player you follow. But when I mentioned that the Premier League is very competitive, there's a lot of competition, is because every team really can win. Of course, there are like big 5 or 6 teams that are the most or the biggest candidates to win. But in La Liga, it's usually those 3. It's been changing lately. Sevilla is also a team that has been getting up there into that fight. And of course, Barca is not having a great year right now. I'll make a specific video about Barca, but that's one of the biggest, differences as well from the Premier League to really all of the other 5 leagues that I'm telling you. But some information that you should know about the Premier League. Atletico Madrid were the last champions. So last season they were the champions, and then this one, Real Madrid is leading the table, so it looks like they're going to win it. And then the top 5 teams that have won the most that I'm going to tell you as well. Real Madrid has won 34 titles. Barca has won 26. Atletico Madrid 11. Athletic Bilbao 8. And Valencia 6. These are the teams that have won, the most titles, the top 5 teams. And then some of the youngest prospects or youngsters that play in La Liga right now. We have Vinicius Jr., who's from Brazil and he plays for Real Madrid, who's having a great year. Ansu Fati, Barca, you probably heard. Gavi, he's one of the newest ones in Barca, the new Xavi or Iniesta. Joao Felix, who plays in Atletico Madrid, and Pedri. There are many more, but those are the 5 I picked again. You should tell me here in the comments which one you like the most or which one you have been investing in. And then 3 legends for La Liga. Alfredo Di Stéfano, who played in Real Madrid, Argentinian guy who had the best moment of his career in Real Madrid. Xavi, which is current Barca coach, but he was a player for Barca for many years, out of the academy, and just all his career was in Barca. And Raúl, who played in Real Madrid as well. Well, that was all I wanted to explain in this video. There are 3 other leagues that I want to talk to you about, but that will be part of next video. So I hope you learned something about the Premier League and La Liga, and just some of the players, youngsters, legends, and just how the league works. A quick summary of it. So I'll see you in the next chapter, and have a great day.